What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles, the YouTube channel. Now, coming up this weekend, there's actually the Latin American Intercontinentals, Internationals, not Intercontinental, International Championship that's coming up. And today we're going to discuss some of the top decks in the standard format. We cover the expanded format, and today we're going to cover a little bit about the standard format. What are the best decks currently right now going into this weekend? Yeah, so it's going to be Brazil, so shout out to Brazil players. And if you're going down there, let me know and see what happens. Yeah, it is. I'm pretty sure. Make sure click on Latin American. You can see it's April 21st through the 23rd. It is in Brazil. That's the location. But we'll talk about more later next week to see what happens during the Brazil. Something may pop up that we don't know about. Maybe do some interviews with players that make top cut. Who knows? But today, like I said, we're gonna cover some top cuts and there was actually a really good article that Pokemon just put, and I'll leave a link down below, where they said 8 decks to watch for at Latin American Internationals. Decidueye GX with Vileplume, we talked about this. There is the Volcanion EX. We're not going to cover too much about this. If you want to read this article, link will be down below. It's free, and Pokemon Post produces some really good articles as well. Mega Rayquaza, they have an Oranguru in there, which is pretty nice. A Manaphy as well. Mega Mewtwo, we're going to see that they're going to opt to play full Wobbuffet instead of no Garbodor, which is really interesting for sure. Darkrai EX, just straight Darkrai, no Giratina. Mega Gardevoir, and you're going to see they're actually going to favor the Brilliant Era Gardevoir, which we just did a video about on last week. You see they do play the one Mega Despair Ray Gardevoir, so that's really interesting for sure that they're favoring the Brilliant Arrow one, which I do like a lot for sure. And Primal Groudon made an appearance. That's like insane. Like, you really don't see Primal Groudon in Standard at all because you don't have Skyfield. But now they're playing 4 Scorched Earth, and maybe that's enough to help you get the Primal Groudon out ASAP. Of course, Wobbuffet's going to help shut down so many decks, and maybe Primal Groudon will start seeing appearance in standard format. And then last of it's going to be Lapras GX. No Shaman. The last 2 decks don't have Shaman at all, while everything else does. But yeah, so really interesting decks for sure. 8 different decks, and that's the good thing about the standard format. There's so many different things to cover, and it'll be interesting to see what happens this weekend in Brazil. Will we see a new deck emerge? Will Volcanion win again? Well, first talking about last or 2 weeks ago's regional championship. And if you don't know, 2 weeks ago in Salt Lake City, there was a regional championship. This one was streamed not on Pokemon, but just on, I don't remember the exact name of the stream. If I ever see it up, I'll let you know, guys. I'll let you guys know for sure what it is. But we're gonna talk about the decks that won and talk about a little bit. I mean, we've covered a lot of standard, but you know, the very first thing we'll notice is that Volcanion actually won in Masters. This was kind of a surprise because everybody kind of writes off Volcanion as a bad deck. They're like, oh, Volcanion's bad, don't play it. And we see it did actually win. If you look, Volcanion was the only deck in top 8. It actually beat everybody, which is amazing. And, you know, you're looking at the meta, you're like, oh, right, you know, well, Volcanion it can't beat Turbo Darkrai, and well, it can be Decidueye Vileplume when Volcanion gets up to turn 1, and Turbo Darkrai, you see, is everywhere. There's 1, 2, 3 Darkrai Giratina. So there's 4 different Dark decks, which Volcanion does fairly well against. 2 Decidueye Vileplume and 1 Mega Mewtwo. So yeah, but let's look at the Volcanion deck real quick. You know, Volcanion next with Steam Ups, your fire Pokemon do more damage, or basic fire Pokemon. 3 Volcanion with the Power Heater, 2 Shaman, 1 Hoopa, no Flareon, no Entei, no Techie kind of tech Pokemon, just like straight Volcanion, nothing else. 12 Fire, 2 Lysander, I always love 2 Lysander on my list. A Olympia to switch out the active, which is really nice to help out against Decidueye Vileplume. Some interesting things about his list is he does play 1 Enhanced Hammer, not 2, 1 Enhanced Hammer to help against out those special energy decks, which, you know, if you look at the list right now, special energies is going to be in Decidueye Vileplume, Darkrai Giratina, and Mega Mewtwo. So that's 3 of the decks you can't shut down. Darkrai Giratina will play it as well, so you can shut down those for sure, which is really nice. 3 Transball, you got to cut space for something. We see it's 2 Scorched Earth and 1 Parallel City, depending on the situation. You can do whatever you want to. 2 Retrieval with the Fishman, just having a lot of options to get back those energies, even though you do play those 12. And nothing else really that, like, weird about his list, just a really, like, standard Volcanion with 2 escape ropes, so you can keep attacking with Volcanion, because once you use Volcanion Heat, you cannot attack with it again unless you can like get rid of that condition, and that is with Ranger or getting Volcanion out of the active spot. So congrats Mike Newey for winning Salt Lake City with Volcanion when a lot of people did not think it was a good deck anymore. Next up it's going to be Chris, who actually, if I remember correctly, my brain might be wrong, he did win Georgia Regionals with Darkrai as well. So Chris is doing amazing this season, has a first and second place finish right now. Maybe some more. I can't remember everybody on top of my head. There's so many regionals that happen, and it's kind of hard nowadays to keep up with everything. But another just Turbo Darkrai. We've seen this a bunch of times. The 4 Darkrai, the Dark Pulse, 2 Evital to get those energies on the field, a Hoopa and a Shaman. We see like an Olympia, which is, it's pretty. I think it's pretty standard almost nowadays with the Decidueye Evolve being so big, and you need a way to get around, out of the active spot if needed. A Team Flareon, which is really nice. It does help you out in the mirror match. If you get Team Flareon, they can't find the energy, they're in trouble. 2 Sunlight, but 1 Perilous City, which is something you don't see too much in dark decks. You usually see like multiple Perilous City or maybe Reverse Valley, but Sound Lab is definitely a very good card for sure. I do like it a lot. 4 Maxels and 4 Train as well, maximum consistency, 2 Escape Rope and 2 EXP Share and 2 Fighting Freebelt. And once again, Chris is going to play the 1 Enhanced Hammer with the 1 switch. So he has 3 different switching options, but this is going to help out a lot with the 4 Maxels and try to get that turn 1 Darkrai Dark Pulse for a ton of damage. Next up is going to be Aaron Tarbo playing the Decidueye Vileplume now. This is very interesting. We're going to look at 4-4 Rowlet, 2-2-2 Vileplume, nothing too crazy, 3 Shaman, 2 Lugia, and 1 Mewtwo. And Mewtwo has an attack Psychic. It does 20, and this attack does 20 damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. And what this could help out against is Mega Mewtwo. If your opponent has a couple energies on Mewtwo, you can take a knockout. And also what you could do early enough is start using Feather Arrow, place damage counters on Mega Mewtwo's. And when Mewtwo comes up, you can swing with Mewtwo, Psychic for a knockout, and then you can send up they can knock you out maybe, and then you can use Hollow Hunt, get back to Mewtwo, and then you can use Psychic again and take another knockout, which is really nice. Mewtwo could be just good overall if you put a bunch of energies on their active, and then you can use Psychic for the knockout. Not gonna play the Jirachi, no Beedrill, no Tauros, but just going to go really consistent. 4-4, which I like this a lot. I don't like the list of playing 4 DC and 3 Grass. I love 4 Grass for sure. 4 End, 4 Second War, 2 Lysander. Nothing else too crazy about the list. Kind of just a standard Decidueye Vileplume, except for the Mewtwo. That's definitely the key there. Mewtwo does help out a lot against the Mega Mewtwo matchup for sure. Next up is going to be Azul. 1 Regionals. Done fairly well throughout this year, playing a speed dark deck. It looks like the same list that won actually for Perilous City for Max. Looks, okay, he plays 3 EXP share, 2 Fighting Freebelt, so he plays 1 more EXP share. I'm not sure what on top of my head what he cut, but you guys probably already know this. You're looking at it and you're like, Squeaky, this is the difference. I'm like, I don't see it on top of my head right now. Maybe 1 less trainer smell, maybe? I can't remember exactly. 4-2-2-1. But either way, just a really simple speed Darkrai deck. We're going to see him cut, play another EXP share, which I do like multiple EXP shares. That way, if your Darkrai gets knocked out, you can share the energy everywhere. But Azul making top 4 with his Turbo Darkrai deck. And once again, we see another Turbo Darkrai deck from Kenny Britton, who I think won the regionals already. Man, so many good people in this top 8 list. 1 regionals. I think Mike Newey hasn't won a regionals. I don't know that 100%, but I'm pretty sure he hasn't. Aaron Tarbo's won a regionals. Azul won a regionals. Katie Brandt won a regionals. Tony won regionals this year. Joseph and Chris. On top of my head, I having brain farts. I do apologize if you're watching this video. But Katie Britton playing just another Turbo Dark deck, and yeah, it looks like all the others. I do not see this. Actually looks exactly like Azul's. They played 3 EXP share. Nothing else crazy that I can see. And then next up, we're gonna see Tony, which we've seen Tony actually win a regionals this year. First year Masters, doing fairly well. Won the regionals, made top 8. Playing the Darkrai Giratina with the Salamence with the Beastly Fang. Does 10 and 50 more damage to each your opponent's Pokemon EX. But gonna use Darkrai Dark Pulse and combine this with double Dragon energies. You get a boosted at 40 damage because it counts as basically double dragons. But it can help out against Mega decks, you can use Giratina and make our Megas can't hurt you. You get Chaos Will to shut down tools, special energies, and stadium cards, which is really nice. One Olympia is becoming very standard, it looks like, in all decks, and he plays 2 EXP share as well, which is really cool to see in a Dark Red Giratina list. 2 Fighting Fury Belts, 1 Switch, 2 Perilous City. No Sound Lab, but gonna play the 2 Perilous City. I actually hate Sound Lab and Giratina decks because if you get that Sound Lab stuck, your Giratina becomes useless. That's a thing to note. Alright, so congrats to Tony for making top 8. Next up is going to be Joseph Perez playing another Decidueye Vileplume deck. And the 4-4, 3 level. I mean, he looks like he cut something for an added card. I don't know what on top of my head. But 4-4, 2-2-2, 3 Shaman and 2 Lugia. Playing 1 less Pokemon for sure, but I cannot. Maybe another, he played another level. Oh no, he played a 3rd Flowstone, that's what it is. He played a 3rd Flowstone, which will help you get that free treat for those Vileplumes out ASAP. But even then, if a Vileplume gets licensed up in the Axe spot, you still have access to use your Feather Arrows, which is a really good thing about the Decidueye deck. And last up is going to be Chris Clements playing a Mega Mewtwo deck with a 2-1 Garbodor, which is something we've seen Igor do this year. Igor Costa done this year a lot with his Mega Mewtwo deck, saying, you know what, I really don't need Garbodor except for maybe a couple matchups. Now, in my head, it's a little bit different now because you definitely have like Decidueye Vileplume and Volcania that you need to shut down. But we see Chris Mega top 8 with his Mega Mewtwo deck with Psychic Affinity. Or Mega Turbo, just trying to get the energy out ASAP. We see 1 Espeon GX. We see a 1-1 Espeon with the Psybeam for 30 Psychic and Divide. This can help out in the mirror match because you know, Mega Mewtwo can't hit for weakness. That's a fact. That's a factual thing right there. So, when you use Psychic and they have 1 energy, you do 180 damage, but they need a DC to attack. So, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 120 times 2 is 240, and Espeon can easily win you games. Yeah, I could just, like, clean sweep the mirror match for sure. I mean, you can use Divide and Psybeam and stuff like that. It is a good attack for sure. But 1 Hex Maniac, which will help you out a lot against, like, Vileplume decks, because you can, like, Hex and then Flowstone to shut down Vileplume, and then you have Vileplume shut down forever, and then combine this with Wobbuffet, you have a lot of answers to Decidueye Vileplume, which was one of the biggest decks going into this weekend, and I imagine we'll continue on it to Brazil for sure. But let's look at the other divisions like always. Let's go to the man, these, like I love looking at the junior division because it's always so diverse. And these other divisions, it makes me a little more happy to review these in the Masters division. Alright, so come on, show up. What is going on my video capture card? I don't know. Let me see if I can fix this while I wait for my internet to load, guys. Let's set this right here. Will this work now? Oh boy. What happened? I messed everything up, guys. I broke it all. I am the worst. Alright. So let's fix this real quick. Hold on. Intermission. Nope, that didn't work. Sorry, guys. I'm still new to this OBS. Okay, that looks better for sure. Alright, so let's try to refresh this page. Come on, baby. There we go. Alright, so senior division makes me happy from the start because Decidueye won, but he is not going to be playing a Vileplume in his list. He is just playing a straight Decidueye list. 4-4 Dartrix, or 4-4 Decidueye, sorry. 2 Lugia, 2 Shaman, and 2 Meowth with the Turmoil Strike. This tag does 50 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon that has any damage counters on it, which means you can snipe the bench, which is amazing. So with like a triple Feather on a Meowth, you can take knockouts on Shamans if you want to do that, which is really cool. 1 Tauros, and you're going to see he does have a lot of room to do this because he's not playing Vileplume. He's still playing the 4-4, you know, double colors, grass energy. 1 Revitalize instead of the 2, which is very interesting for sure. 4 Sycamore 3 in. I mean, he's able to play VS Seekers now, obviously, because he doesn't have, you know, Vileplume in his deck anymore. 1 Enhanced Stem, 1 Fear Belt to give those Lugias or Tauros or whoever wants extra HP. But congrats to Ethan for winning with Decidueye. And the more more surprising thing is that he took down Derek, who's playing Evotar Garbodor, and like, what? He took down Garbodor, and I don't know how he did this. Maybe Derek didn't get the Garbodors out. I mean, you see, he plays a 2-2 Garbodor, and like, just straight, like, 4 Evotar, 2-2 Garbodor. Maybe Ethan punished him with all those Lugias. Maybe Bouffalant became a really good attacker as well. But we see, you know, Derek playing a deck that was considered one of the best decks at the time. I mean, I think the weekend before this, like Azul actually won maybe a League Cup with this list, with the one Mewtwo as Psychic, which we already talked about from Mewtwo, which does help you out a lot. But playing the Hax Maniac shutdown abilities, so you can get Garbodor a lot easier if needed. Professor Kukui to do 20 additional damage. Parallel City for Max Elixir, just a really consistent. I'm gonna blow you up with Evital EX. You're gonna notice he doesn't play any baby Evital, just 4 Evital EX, 2 to Garbodor, and that's it. But congratulations to Derek. And if somebody's watching this video and they know how the finals played out in the senior division, I'd be really interested to know how that played out. So let me know. But next up, we have Ethan. Congrats, Ethan, making top 4 with his speed Darkrai deck and 3 Sound Lab. He's a monster right now. 3 Sound Lab, 1 Parallel City. The Fury Belt, Escape Ropes, EXP share. There's another like really consistent dark deck for sure that we saw in the Master Division, which dominated everywhere. Next up is going to be Mega Rayquaza, a deck we have not covered, and you're going to see that he is playing a really interesting list. Why? Oh my goodness! I really want to turn off my webcam right now, guys. I am on the struggle bus right now. But the Mega Rayquaza deck, and you're going to see he is playing a 1/1 Espeon now. I know Jose Marrero was actually playing out in Espeon in his list to help take down Mewtwo's, and maybe that's where Alejandro got his idea from. I don't know. Maybe he made it himself, but it's really like it has worked well this year for Jose, and we see it worked well for Alejandro as well, making it top 4 with his Mega Rayquaza deck with Emerald Break. Playing the Dragonite and the Oran Guru to use the Instruct to draw 3 cards, which, my 3 cards, that's not a lot, but when you get in down to 1 and you get to draw a card and then play a card and then Instruct for 2, those Instructs do matter a lot for sure. We see he does play Dragonite for that pull to get 2 base Pokemon out of your discard pile into your hand. We're going to see you play 2 Hax Maniac actually, just to help shut down abilities, 4 Skyfield, and 3 Mega Turbo, 1 Buddy Rescue, which is really interesting that we don't see too much in Mega Rayquaza anymore to get a base Pokemon out of your discard pile. And we're going to see no puzzle time. It's going to opt to play no puzzle time and instead play a more consistent list. Can't say it's a bad thing. I mean, it obviously worked well for him, so congratulations to you, Alejandro. And playing, of course, Psychic Energies because he is playing a Espeon in his deck. Alright, so next up is going to be Emery Taylor playing an Evitar Garbodor list. Kind of the same we saw from from Derek earlier. Just 4 Evitar, 2-1 Garbodor, and instead we're going to play an Evitar. But we see pretty much everything is the same. And Delinquent, I forgot if Derek, was it Derek playing it? Delinquent, did Derek play Delinquent? No, it did not play Delinquent. Professor Kukui, but this one did not play Professor Kukui. Instead, played a Delinquent. Delinquent's such a dirty card. Like, your opponent has 3, and like, Delinquent 0, and you're like, ugh, I did it. A Delinquent now 0, I win. Like, it's like you won the game already. But congrats to Emery for making a top 8 with an Evitar Garbodor list. And next up, it's going to be a deck we have not covered, and that's Preston playing the Lapras deck. We saw this in the Pokemon article. When they're talking about Lapras, I think it's a really good play. And we're going to see the difference between, like, Preston's. Let's flip over back of this list real quick. We see that this list down below is... keep going. It's not going to play any Wobbuffet, while Preston is. And I actually do like Wobbuffet in this list to help you out more against Decidueye Vileplume, because with Wobbuffet, you can use your Crush Nammers, discard energies off those Decidueyes. You can use... Team Skullgrunt, such a dirty card. Your opponent builds their hand, discard 2 energy from them. That's really dirty. 3 Team Flare Guns. Oh, man. Lapras, so basically with Lapras, all you do is like collect, and you just get a bunch of, you just draw a bunch of cards, and you just start like just getting rid of all your opponent's energy. You just win that way. Once again, Pokemon, if you're watching this, please put a bracket up so we can see who played against what. I want to know who did Preston lose against. Did he play against Mega Rayquaza? That seems like a terrible matchup. All these other matchups seem very good for Lapras. Like a Mega Rayquaza, they can just like Mega Turbo DC, like blow it up, and then Lapras can get rid of your energies. You're like, whatever, I'm Mega Rayquaza, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna DC Mega Turbo, like lock you out again. So I really wish brackets were up on here. Pokemon, come on now, come on, Pokemon. I know you're watching this video. You're probably not watching this video. But yeah, congrats Preston for making a Lapras. He only one so far that we've seen. I mean, it could be more later on. We'll find out here in a second. Congrats to John Robert Gomez playing the Darkrai deck, 2 Evital, okay? 1 Evital EX, so you see he is playing a little diverse in his list. 12 Dark, like always, 1 Enhanced Hammer, 1 Switch, 2 Escaper with Floatstone, Um, Delinquent, man, Delinquent, like I said, dirty card for sure. Congrats to John. And next up is going to be John Collins playing Decidueye. But this one is going to be a Vileplume. I think it's funny that there's like a Decidueye sandwich, like Decidueye and Decidueye. I got first and eighth place. Whenever we're taking those. The first place was definitely just straight Decidueye, which we did not see at all. But Decidueye Vileplume coming in at the 8th spot as well. 444, 222, 3 Shame, 1 Lugia, an Espeon GX instead of the Espeon GX, this is EX, and has that miraculous shrine. De-evolve each of your opponent's fall Pokemon and put the highest stage evolution card in your opponent's hand. Now this can help out a lot if you spread the damage around against a mirror match. You can then use Espeon to de-evolve all their like Dark Decidueyes into Dartrixes. So now they become 240 HP to like 80 HP Pokemon, which could scare them. You can knock out all Decidueyes in one turn, which is really cool to do. Meowth with that Turmoil Strike. So congrats to John for that Espeon EX attack. Really, really nice for sure. 4-4 DC and Grass, and everything else seems pretty much the same. But congrats to John Collins for making top 8. Congrats to all the seniors who made top 8 with their list. Congratulations. And last but not least, we're going to have the junior division. And starting off, we're going to have a Lycanroc Carping deck. Oh my goodness. First off, congratulations, Reagan, for playing Lycanroc. That is amazing. With the Crunch, Accelerock, and Lycanfang. Definitely an energy disruption deck with the Crunch. Trying to discard multiple energies as you can. And going to use that Carping to negate Pokemon EX, making where Carping cannot be hurt. But Carping Break does have that Diamond Gift 20. And you attach attach. I cannot read this card. Pokemon. We gotta make this. Come on, Pokemon. Come on. Oh, nope. More info? Can I see more info? Alright, here we go. Here we go. See, look at that. You can click more info to pops up the card bigger. Attach 2 energy cards from your corral to one of your fighting Pokemon. So this means you can attach your strong energy to it, which is fantastic. So, that's the good thing about Carving Break is you can get back your strong energies. Oh, no. I just destroyed the... Oh, no. I just clicked the wrong button. Help me, Pokemon. Hold on one second, guys. Let me see if I can do this real quick. History. Alright, hold on. We're almost there. Let me get this back. Alright. Is this the right one? Oh, we're back. Alright, cool, we're back. But card break let you get those strong energies. Sorry, I don't know why that happened. It's weird you can't see my, really weird. Alright, but whatever. The Carby Break, give back those energies for your Lycanroc. Sorry, I got distracted there for a second. But Lycanroc, congratulations, Reagan, for that Crunch Lycanroc deck. You see it by Team Flaregon for Crush Damage is like really, a weakness policy as well to help out against those Decidueye decks. If you get that early enough, you can make where Decidueye cannot Rage Leaf you for 180. And I mean, you should have an okay matchup against like, maybe not. I mean, with Lycanroc, you can discard DCs and stuff every single turn, and with Team Flaregon, you make it where they can't attack really, so maybe, like, Decidueye is not so bad of a matchup when you have a weakness policy on it, making where your Lycanroc can't be one-shotted, basically. But yeah, congrats to Reagan, and you're going to see Reagan does take down Mega Rayquaza, and I mean, you're like, what? He took down Mega Rayquaza? Mega Rayquaza has resistance and all that kind of good stuff, right? But with the Rayquaza, you need 3 energy to attack, and I mean, you're gonna see Reagan does play those one Parallel City, which might have made the difference. But combining with Enhanced Hammers and Crush Hammers and Team Flaregons and Crunches and Carving Breaks, it could be enough to just take down Mega Rayquaza just by itself, and that's what we see happen in the finals. And because first off, congratulations to Liam for making it to the finals with the Mega Rayquaza deck with Manaphy, Jirachi, Oranguru, 3-3 Rayquaza, 4-4 Water. We're gonna see this one play Manaphy, and that's the cool thing about Rayquaza right now. There's so many different partners you could do with Rayquaza. There's really not a bad play with Rayquaza. There's like so many things you could do, which is really cool. But yeah, 3 Mega Turbo, and we're gonna see this one not play any positive times either, which might have, definitely did hurt him a lot. Did hurt them a lot in the finals for sure. Playing against like a deck that energy disruption. I gotta turn. Oh my goodness, guys, this is gonna bother me till no end. What is happening? Can we fix this, guys? Come on, camera guys. Let's fix this camera. Oh my goodness, what? Hold on. Is that better? That looks better. Sorry, I'm like really like nitpicky about that. Like that was bothering me till no ends. But Yeah, I mean it does have a hard time against Lycanroc, just discarding your energies. You don't have your puzzle times anymore, so you can't get back your Mega Turbos and DCs that easy. So I could see why it did take it down in the finals. Next up, we're gonna see another Mega Rayquaza deck. So two Mega Rayquazas in top eight. Oh no, three in top eight. Congratulations, juniors for sure. We only see two Turbo Darkrai and no Decidueye. So yeah, congratulations to juniors for like making a diverse thing for sure. But Bodie playing a Mega Claws, and this one playing a Salamence in their list to punish all those heavy EX decks. And, gonna play Fighter Jays and Volcanion. And with Volcanion, you can steam up to discard Fighter Jays to help you get that Mega Turbo off, which is a really cool thing you can do in your Rayquaza deck. So, like I said earlier, we now have Fire, we have Psychic, we have Metal, we have Water. There's 4 different variances right there. I mean, we haven't seen Metal, but we know Metal of Magearna was popular at one point. But that's 4 different ways you play Rayquaza, and I'm pretty sure you could play it 9 different ways. And I feel like, yeah, talked about this a long time ago, but no, we're not gonna worry about that. But yeah, Mega Rayquaza, 4 different ways that we know of. I mean, there are probably a billion different ways you could play it. I mean, grass. I mean, I don't know. We're not gonna talk about that today. It'll be a different day. But this one is gonna play Puzzle of Time, which I like. I love Puzzle Time in Rayquaza with Skyla. You can like get anything you want, which is really cool. You use Skyla for puzzle and then puzzle for anything in your discard pile, and yeah, it's really cool. I want to see, did Bodie play it against the Mirror, or did they play against Reagan? Did the puzzles? I mean, if they played, I mean, obviously the puzzles didn't help, but I wonder if they would have helped or not. That is, let's get Pokemon. We need a bracket system. Come on. Let's get it together. Let's make a bracket. Let's showcase who played against what. Thank you, Pokemon. Alright, so next up is going to be Rowan. Got Rowan again. Rowan is a beast. Like, Rowan has been everywhere playing this Mega... Oh, now I see. Alright, so Rowan, congratulations playing the Brilliant Arrow Gardevoir. Congratulations, sir. I mean, Rowan has been killing it. I think he has like over 2,000 championship points right now with the Brilliant Arrow. Playing one Xerneas Break, which everybody was like, Squeaky, you should have played Xerneas Break in your list. I'm like, I know, I should have. Playing Giratina as well with the Chaos Well. 3 Double Dragon. Let's see here. 4 Max Elixir, the Mega Turbo. There's no Mega Turbo, it's just straight Max Elixir, Fairy Gardens. We see that, you can cut some spaces. You cut like a Fairy Garden, cut a Trainer's Mail. Trying to see what else they cut. Looks like a 3-3 Guardy for sure. These are the same. Oh no, these are different Guardies. Ooh, interesting. And you need the Despairy. You just destroyed Mewtwo with it, which is really nice. Brilliant Arrow Gardevoir is really good as well. I'm really hoping this weekend somebody wins with Brilliant Arrow Gardevoir. I think it's a really good deck for this weekend. That's all I gotta say. I mean, you kind of struggle against Volcanion, but don't worry about Volcanion. Man, the Mega Gardevoir. Congratulations, Ro, for making top 4 Gardevoir. He has done fantastic this whole season. Next up is gonna be Armando playing a Turbo Darkrai. Ooh, a Carbink. That's really interesting. Basic energy attached to your basic Pokemon can't be discarded by any effect on your opponent's attacks, abilities, or trainer cards. Congratulations, Armando playing this Carbink to make it where your Darkrai's energies cannot be discarded via like Crush Neighbors to help you take down Lapras. Team Flagrant. Oh no, of your opponent's attacks. Oh. So what's an opponent's attack? Mega Mawile. That's one. That's Lycanroc maybe? Maybe you're scared of Lycanroc? I was like, okay, so Carbink, I mean, I guess it'd be kind of broken if ever been in like... Yeah, no, it says trainer cards right there. Yeah, it's trainer cards too, so yeah. By Pokemon's attacks, abilities, or trainer cards. So yeah, if it prevents Team Flagrants, if it prevents Crush Hammers, so maybe Carbink might be the secret tech to help you out against Lapras if you're struggling with your Darkrai deck against Lapras. Check it out, guys, for sure. Congratulations for Armando for doing that. But playing 1-1 Parallel City Silent Lab, 3 EXP here, keep all those energies on the field. And yeah, besides that, pretty standard Darkrai deck, except for the Carbink. Congratulations, that's something we have not seen at all in none of these divisions so far. And it took a junior to find it out, so congratulations, sir. Next is going to be Jacob playing another Turbo Darkrai, just Fresco Ranger. Ranger will help you get around those Pokemon who make it where you can't hurt it, or any like weird effects maybe you could do that. We see 3 energy switches, which is something we haven't seen. I mean, maybe I've seen it, I just overlooked it. Sorry if I haven't seen it in the other list. But 3 energy switches, which can help you out attack out of nowhere, which is really cool. We see displayed Evital, 3 Evitals, 4 Darkrai's, 2 Shaman, no Hoopa, so no big lights in the targets, which it kind of allows him to hide the energy switches just a little bit. But combine this with like Floatstone energy switch, you can get those energies off Evital. It starts swinging Darkrai easier if needed. So that's a really cool inclusion in the list. Congratulations, Jacob, for that. I mean, I don't think we've seen that, but it's really interesting tech for sure. Next will be Austin McKay playing Lapras. Kind of the same one we saw earlier with a Crush Hammer, and you're gonna collect, draw some cards, and play like Crushing Hammer and Nest Ball. I'm pretty sure Lysol's played Nest Ball. Where it's so funny to see Team Flare on a Team Skull on it. Like it's essentially the same name, but just like Flare and Skull. Yeah. So Forward of Seas, Kukui, Ranger, Puzzle time to reuse those Crush Hammers. Really good for sure. Just really heavily injury denial. I'm gonna win that way kind of deck, which I do like those lists a lot. I mean, that's why I had fun this week. Playing the Mega Mawa deck and the Houndoom, just keeping energies off the field and using Lapras, and just keeping energies off the field and winning that way, which is really nice. And last up, it's going to be Zachary playing a Mega Rayquaza list. And I was hoping we would see something we haven't seen. Oh, he does play the Magearna. So that's 4 different Rayquaza decks we've seen in this video. We've seen Psychic, we've seen Water, we've seen Metal, and we've seen Fire. There's 4 different versions of Rayquaza. That's amazing. Oh, man. Oh, that's amazing to see, guys. So there's a billion different ways to play Rayquaza. Play to your heart desires. They all do different things. The Psychic helps you against Mewtwo. The Water gives you that free treat. The Volcanion, you use Steam Up and discard a Fire, so you can use Mega Turbo easier. We see Magearna with the Mystic Heart, making where effects of attacks don't affect you. Yeah, so really cool for sure. This one, not going to play puzzles either. So only one person played puzzle out of all the Rayquazas that made top 8, but that's going to be my favorite Rayquaza deck. The Rayquaza that play puzzles, it's going to be my favorite. This will play 5 metals, so it's definitely up there. But guys, there we go. There's some of the best decks from the standard format. As you see, this standard format is so diverse, and it's only going to get more diverse this coming up weekends. We have new sets coming out, and new pre-releases coming out, and next week we're going to cover the new set. I don't even know what's in there right now, but we're going to start looking into it. I don't have a pre-release this weekend. Mine's next weekend, so we're going to wait a second, then we're going to wait till a pre-release comes out, then I'm going to look at a bunch of stuff, then decide, what I think is good, and take a bunch of input, and if you want to help me decide on which decks are going to be good for this, what do you think is going to be some best cards of the new set, make sure you follow me on the Facebook page, and we're going to make a discussion post on Sunday, so make sure you pay attention. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you learned something new. I know I did. There's so many different things in here that we talked about. We talked about the Darkrai, the Carbink. We've talked about Mega Gardevoir, which could be potentially a good play. We've seen that, people don't like Volcania, but it did win a regional championship. Congratulations to everybody. Congratulations to everybody making top 8. And if you're going this weekend to Brazil, let me know. And if you make top 8, we'll try to do interviews again. I know I haven't done interviews in a long time. I've been really busy with work and not having time for those, and I do apologize. But we'll try to get those player interviews back, and we'll see what we can do here. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Alrighty, bye. Alright guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.